What's the matter?
I woke up and I felt really sad today.
Why did you feel sad today?
I don't know. I guess I'm just blue.
Oh, Christ. So that's why I wasn't allowed to use that one at the beginning? Is because you had to make that joke?
No, because it's a good segue. It's a good intro.
Into
the fact that today, in episode 2 of my Muppet series, we're going to talk about expression. Express yourself. Don't go for a second, it, baby. I touched on it briefly in the first episode. Expression, Muppet expression.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're just going to talk about it a bit more in detail.
Okay, let's dive right in.
So this was on loaner to you. This isn't your
I
Muppet.
will take it back.
It's not your Muppet. It doesn't belong to you. You're just getting to use it.
Strange how well it fits.
Yeah, it fits everybody's hand. It's designed that way. It's not yours.
It's good to see you again.
Do not give her a voice that is unique to you. Only I may voice that puppet.
It's good to see you too.
Muppets are very unique in the way that they look, but they aren't always, inherently good at expressing themselves. Like, we look at your Muppet, It's got mouth, eyes, arms, but it doesn't have many points of articulation.
No,
right?
Well, no, not really.
And not all Muppets have many. Some Muppets are just made to look angry. Some are just made to look like goofy. There are things that you can do with your Muppet to make them emote, make them express certain emotions, right?
Okay.
And a lot of that comes down to the eyes. Cookie Monster has googly eyes, right?
Yeah.
So he's always very expressive. He's silly. The way that Muppets are designed, and if you look at yours, you'll see that.
Oh, mine? Yeah, go on.
The Muppet you're currently holding.
Uh-huh.
You'll see that the pupils are not in the center of the eye. They're inward to the nose, and this is strategically done to make the Muppet look like it's focusing on something. See? It looks like it's focusing on me. Let's try that again. Look, pupil size on a Muppet can help play with the Muppet's age.
Okay, well, which way?
So larger pupils make a Muppet look younger, and then smaller make a Muppet look older.
And wiser too.
Yeah. So there are things that are native to the look of a Muppet. And then there are things that we can do. We talked about in the first episode how they ever wanted to make Ernie look sad on Sesame Street. Tilting the head, right? You tilt the head down, makes your Muppet look really sad.
When you're sad, do you normally put your head down and then push the hair out of your face?
No. So that's a very easy way to make your Muppet look sad. Of course, to make your Muppet look happy, have them look up. They look, happy, cheerful. Some Muppets, the way that their eyes are attached, they'll be turned a certain way, and if they're turned more outward, it makes them look happier. The eyelids and the eyebrows also play an important part. Some Muppets that have darker eyebrows, it makes them look angry, right? Like, we look at you,
Expressive.
you got a dark eyebrow, no, lower eyebrow. Yeah, you always look kind of angry like that.
Do I?
Yeah, because of your eyebrows.
I feel happy, I got a Muppet.
Well, that's not your Muppet.
Well, I'm
It's just
using a Muppet that likes me.
What? She didn't say that. Anyway.
I like him.
I'm gonna cut that out. There are parts on a Muppet's face that can be moved independently, and those can be done by different ways. It can be like levers inside the Muppet, strings and stuff like that. Or there's a device called a Waldo, is what they call it. And the Waldo is how you can remotely control a Muppet. Sometimes the Muppeteer could even be working the Muppet and then have their little remote Waldo and be moving eyelids and stuff like that, moving eyebrows. Some Muppets have eyelids, and some don't. Like Kermit obviously doesn't have eyelids, but Miss Piggy has eyelids, and they can be controlled independently of the rest of her face. And so, for example, you take a scene like Muppets Take Manhattan, when Piggy's in the park and she gets her purse stolen. The first shot where she's really mad, and also when you see her coming over and jumping on her mugger, her eyelids are about half-mast. Our Muppets don't have that, but they don't need it because they're great Muppets.
Well, if the tone of this Muppet is to always kind of be happy and cheery, which it is, right?
Well, no, she was sad. We started the episode, she was sad.
Well, that's because maybe she wasn't with the person she wanted to be with, so maybe...
Well, no, she was exactly with the person that owns her, and...
Oh, she's embarrassed. I shouldn't have called her out on that one.
Muppeteers, like Jim Henson did this with Kermit, and Kevin Clash did this with Elmo and Kermit. But the scrunchy face, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Kermit, like, will scrunch his face.
Yeah, kind of bite his upper lip.
Yeah, I can't really do
Like
it with
this?
this Muppet,
Like this?
but... Yeah, or even scrunchier than that. Do that scrunchy face, you can look... Kermit can look frustrated, he can look angry. What are you doing?
Nothing, don't worry about it. What? It's getting hot in there.
You switching hands?
Switch hands.
Well, I don't think you're ready to switch hands.
Too bad, I switched.
Well, now you're crowding my Muppet.
I got all messed up. Just keep going, don't worry about it.
Hang on. Well, now you're in my
There, my
space,
tie.
though.
Tie's good.
This-
Look, they're both together.
No, it's my Muppet space.
Let's go do this. Let's go over here.
No, please.
There we go.
I can't.
Just do this thing.
You're not even moving it properly.
That was me talking.
I saw you moving the Muppet.
That was me talking.
I saw you moving the Muppet. I saw you at the corner of my eye moving the Muppet, and you're not ready.
Just do the shot.
Anyway, so yeah, the scrunchy face, and you'll see Piggy. Piggy does that too.
Mhm.
She like scrunches her snout down.
How would you do bashful? Is that bashful?
Well, bashful like this, right?
That's like playful.
But when Piggy gets confronted about something, so say Piggy is like digging through someone's desk because she's trying to find something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets caught. Piggy would get caught, and she'd maybe go,
Okay, so like playful embarrassment.
yeah, playful embarrassment. Bashful is like this. Like you'll see Rolf and Fozzie do a lot of the face palm. They do a lot of that face palm.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
And Fozzie also, when Fozzie's embarrassed or Fozzie is kind of, or he's sad, Fozzie will take off his hat. And that's a big way, because Fozzie doesn't have movable eyelids or anything like that, but he'll take off his hat. Well, please do not try to decide wardrobe. This is in your Muppet.
We'll get you a hat.
No, I don't even know where you would get that hat.
I'll find a place.
You don't have a place. In conclusion, there are lots of different ways that you can manipulate your Muppet.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, when you're working on bigger productions, they just have different Muppets that have different expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Muppet Treasure Island, when Kermit as Captain Smollett is hanging over the cliffside and he's hanging onto Piggy.
Yeah.
And then you see he's straining to support her. He's got little teeny tiny pupils. And that's obviously a Kermit Muppet that was designed specifically for that. So a lot of, there are different Muppets out there everywhere. I would love one Jim Henson Muppet. I don't need multiples.
What was that? Has anyone ever made a Muppet of Jim Henson?
Yeah. There used to be like Muppet sketches with Jim Henson Muppet.
Okay.
I can Google it for you.
No, it's okay.
Show you.
Just curious. There he is, right in the
There
middle.
he is. He kind of looks like Christ.
No, yeah, he totally didn't do that on purpose. There he is, right in the middle.
No,
There's the Jim
that's
Henson
the real.
Muppet.
That's the real Jim Henson. Show me a few of your Muppet emotions.
All right. Okay, so here's just kind of like regular, but then I like say a funny joke, and then so it's like.
What joke did you say?
I said, hey, why the long face? And then she goes, it isn't, it's round. And then we both go, together. And then we feel embarrassed.
How would you show her looking sad? Do you know why she's sad?
Because she's looking
Because she's
down.
with you. Because she's with you.
That's not true.
That's
not true.
Do not shake her head.
I don't know. Sometimes you get into one of these moods when she's talking about Muppets.
I do not get into a mood.
Why do you look so angry? What are you going to be covering next? What other things can we look forward to?
So this show, I guess I need to clarify, I am by no means a Muppet expert or a professional Muppeteer or anything of the like. Basically, I just want this to be a celebration of Muppets. It's not so much how to Muppet, but how do Muppets bring so much joy to everybody.
Okay.
And whether that's through the Muppet technique, whether that's through the Muppet history, talking about like different Muppet movies or shows or specials, or taking the Muppets out there and doing stuff with them. We're gonna do it all.
Just open up the discussion on Muppets.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
opening up the discussion on Muppets.
I mean, not we, I am.
Well, but I'm like an assistant to like the whole thing. Like, because if it weren't for me, then like you wouldn't have like the comedy and like the jokes. And
There wasn't even anything else. I did the bit at the beginning, that was gold.
This embarrassment.
Boop, 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 boop.
Well, I have the hair on your face. So is it true that Muppets are supposed to be non-violent unless they're in the wrong hands?
That is not true. Dude, until cover her eyes.
If you can do anything with a Muppet and it will make you laugh, I think that's what the next time we're just gonna do anything with a Muppet and make you laugh.
No. Okay, send us your suggestions for what we should do.
When do we get to do this?
We don't get there yet.
Hold on.
No, what are you doing? You're not ready
Look,
for this.
I'm Jim Henson. This is much easier.
You're not ready for this.
This is much easier. Welcome to my...
You're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. Thanks for watching. Damn.